So I want you guys to be able to catch up for retirement, and I want to turbocharge your savings like mine have been. And I'm going to share with you guys in this video how I've gone from saving zero when I turned 46. I had nothing saved to now over a net worth of over $210,000. And I'm going to share with you guys how I've done it. But before I get into the specifics of how I've done it and how I think that it would help you, let me first go through the numbers and share with you guys exactly how much money each year since 2019 I've invested. And then I'm also going to share with you guys a little bit of my background. So that way you can kind of see where I'm coming from, because when you start hearing these numbers, you're going to think, oh, well, she comes from privilege. But the truth is, I don't come from privilege. I have a very poor background, but I'm going to share with you guys the numbers first, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background and some of the mistakes that I've made that got me to the situation where I'm trying to catch up for retirement and I'm late to saving for retirement. So let's go ahead and check out these spreadsheets. I have everything on a spreadsheet. So I started investing in 2019. Now, I did have a job before 2019 and I did have a 401k, but we pulled that 401k out and took me back down to zero savings in retirement because we pulled that 401k out and used it for hardships. Life was just tough because of a lot of the bad choices that I made. So in 2019, when I started learning about saving for retirement and investments, I had nothing. So 2019, I invested a total of $6,599. 2020, I invested nothing. 2021, I invested $21,887.56. 6,000 of it went into the Roth IRA, and then the rest went into a brokerage account. 2022, I invested $57.57 or $57,057.30, and 28,500 of it went into a solo 401k. That's when I started learning about retirement, what I could invest in as an entrepreneur, and that was a total of $57,057.30 in 2022. 2023, I invested $41,048.03, and 23,000 of it went into my solo 401k in 2023. 2024, guys, I invested a total of $32,000, or I'm going to invest a total of $32,000. I think it's $32,945. I haven't contributed to the solo 401k. I'm still waiting to move that over, but that will, everything that I earned in 2024, net income from my business, is going into my solo 401k, and I've already invested $18,945. 8,000 of it was into my Roth IRA, and then the rest of it went into a taxable brokerage account. So why do I share these numbers with you? I want to share these numbers with you because I think that you need to hear them, because had it not been for my business, I would be nowhere where I'm at right now, nowhere near. I probably would have, I don't know, maybe a grand total of $30,000 in all my investments, because my job doesn't pay me enough to be able to turbocharge my contributions. Now, before we get into the business aspect of this video, let me take you guys back and share a little bit of my history. That way you guys can kind of see why I'm getting a late start to retirement. Now, I've told this story before, but I know that you probably haven't watched my previous videos. But hey, guys, before I get into the history, leave me a comment down below, guys. What do you guys think about the amounts that I've contributed? And what are you doing to catch up for retirement, especially if you're late to saving for retirement? Every comment that you guys leave me below, guys, helps this channel grow. And I'm really trying to grow this channel, and I need your helps by comments and likes. That way more people can see this channel. Especially if they are late to saving for retirement like me. So the background is that I've always had a job, guys. That's all I've ever had. I was groomed from an early age to be an employee. Never knew anything about entrepreneur, but when I had my job at the post office, I hated it. I mean, I'd go to work, I was miserable. I knew I had to go to work, but I was miserable and I hated it. And I wanted to be an entrepreneur since I was in my 30s, and that's been a while. So I ended up leaving the post office without a plan. I had no goal. I had no idea what I was going to do. Actually, I I thought I had found an MLM company, and that was a mistake. I would never do MLM again, but I'm not trying to bash that. That was a decision that I made. Took that road, and long story short, because I couldn't make that business work, we ended up having to file bankruptcy. But before we filed bankruptcy, I pulled out my 401k that I had with the company because we needed it to be able to pay the roof over our heads. We needed it. We had a lot of hardships because of the decisions that I made. Fast forward today, here I am trying to catch up for catch-up contributions because of the decisions that I made when I was younger. We had to go through bankruptcy. I pulled out my 401k that I had with the post office, and we had a lot of hardships because of me. So I can't live in regret. I made those decisions, but now I'm trying to recoup from those decisions, meaning that I have to do everything that I possibly can to catch up for retirement. And if you're in the same boat, well, you have your own story of why you're in the boat. And leave me a comment down below, guys. Let me know why you're in the boat of trying to catch up for retirement. And I'm not going to make any judgments, guys. We all have our own story. We all go through life based on what we are dealing with at that time. And when I was young, guys, I didn't grow up in a family that taught me about financial literacy. Everything that I've learned to this date has been because I've either done the research, read a book, watched a podcast, or watched a YouTube video, listened to a podcast, or just did some research on. I had no clue about anything. My family never taught me about money. And I think that that's the reason that, it took me a long time to realize that money is a tool used to create wealth. I used to think that as soon as I got paid, that meant I could go buy stuff. And that's why I always spent my whole life, pretty much my whole life, my grown life since I started working a job, living paycheck to paycheck. And if I wasn't living paycheck to paycheck, every little raise that I got, I felt like I could go buy something for myself. And given the reason, fast forward today, I'm trying to catch up for retirement. So let me know what your story is on why you're late to saving for retirement. I'd love to hear it. I love to read the comments, guys. So now let me tell you guys about the little secret that's going to help you catch up for retirement faster than any job can do. So like I said, guys, I now have a net worth of a little over $210,000. Of course, it depends on the stock market. All my investments are in the stock market, and it fluctuates day to day. So it can be 210 today and it can be 203 next week. So we don't know what it is, but I'm doing, in my opinion, pretty good. I mean, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I don't think I'd be far. And I know I wouldn't be this far if I just relied on a job. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is the only way that I'm in this position is because I did a business. Now, I've told you that I went bankrupt because when I started becoming an entrepreneur, I had no clue what to do. Well, today, guys, it's so easy to start a business. All you have to do is start a YouTube channel. That's it. You start a YouTube channel and you start doing something that you love. Talk about something that you enjoy talking about. And believe it or not, you're going to get an audience. Somebody's going to eventually start watching you. It doesn't matter what you talk about. Even if you have no clue what you want to talk about, just get on camera and start talking. And the great thing about starting a YouTube channel, and this is the reason that I say a YouTube channel, is because you don't need any money. You don't have to buy any expensive equipment. I know a lot of people, if you go to YouTube and you type in, how do I start a YouTube channel? They want you to buy a camera. They want you to buy expensive lighting. They want you to buy a microphone. You don't need any of that. If you have a phone with a camera and you have internet access, then you can start today. The phone that I use, guys, I'm still using my phone. I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. And I still use that every day to record videos. I have to actually go in there and delete my videos, my old videos. As soon as I record a video, I move it to my desktop computer and then I delete it from my phone. That way I can record another one, because if I leave it too long on the phone, before you know it, my phone has a ton of videos and then it makes it hard for me to record more videos. So you already have everything that you need to get started. And the reason that I preach a YouTube channel, guys, is because while I'm still trying to grow this YouTube channel and it's not successful yet, I know that it will be because I'm focused on it more often now than I have been in the past 2 years. This channel is almost 2 years old and I haven't been as consistent as I used to, as I want to be. I've always made excuses of why I can't record a video. Maybe I won't record a video this week. I don't know what to talk about. So I'm just not going to record a video. So if that's you guys, you have to get out of your own way. I think that we allow ourselves to hinder our progress because we always get in our head. Just get in front of the camera, make it a point to record, because I'm going to tell you guys that what I did with my blogs, and I think blogging was easier back then. I don't think it's as easy as it used to be, but when I started my blogging business, I showed up every day. I'd wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'd work 10, 12, sometimes 14 hours a day. And I'd sit at that computer just blogging. And blogging was easy because I'm not in front of the camera. It was easy for me to put something on the internet. And I just started typing and it was so easy to hit publish because nobody knows who you are. You can have a blog that is anonymous and you earn money through affiliates and ads. And you could even do products if you wanted to. I never really had any products now, but I made a killing. I was able to create a six-figure income or a six-figure business using my blogging. And the only thing that I did, guys, was I showed up consistently. I did it every day. And before I knew it, that business grew. I mean, if you focus on something, eventually that business has to grow. It may not grow into a six-figure business, but imagine being able to create a business that earns you $20,000 extra per year, 20, 30, maybe even 50,000, or who knows, you might earn more than six figures. You might be able to take your business and earn a hell of a lot more than I do. And if you do, that's awesome. But what I'm saying is that as soon as you start earning money from your business, it sets you aside or makes you different from somebody who's just working a W-2 job, because the government favors people who actually have a business. You get all kinds of write-offs. You get to invest in a solo 401k. And guys, now I'm not trying to tell you where to invest your money, but you do have some options when you become a self-employed entrepreneur. You can either do a solo 401k or you can do a SEP IRA. Now, you'll have to do the due diligence to find out which one is right for you. But I chose the solo 401k. And let me tell you guys what the difference is on the contribution limits that you have with the solo 401k versus a traditional employee 401k. I think the employee 401k, I don't exactly know how much you can invest in it, but I know it's nowhere near what you can invest in a solo 401k. So I'm going to bring up that page on the solo 401k to kind of tell you guys or show you guys what is possible as far as investments. So let me find that. I was just looking at it earlier today. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. All right. So according to Fidelity, this is a page on Fidelity. It says in 2024, contributions can reach up to $69,000 if you are under 50 years old and $76,500 if you are 50 years old or older. So if you really want to turbocharge your catch-up contributions and make sure that you are set for retirement, one of the best ways to do that is to start a business, because you get so many different opportunities than somebody who just has a W-2. And also, guys, if you do start a business, make sure that you are setting your money aside, not just spending it the minute you get paid. You have to set the money aside so that way you can pay taxes at the end of the year, and then you can invest and catch up for your retirement, because you can't just spend everything that you earn, because Uncle Sam is going to come calling for those taxes, and self-employment taxes are expensive. So you want to make sure that you are setting the money aside, because I know a lot of people, when they start earning money online or through their business, YouTube, whatever it is that they're earning extra income, a lot of those people get so excited and they start spending that money because that's money that they think that they can just go out and spend. And that's not true. You're going to have to pay taxes. So what I do with my business income is I have a business account set up that I just use just for business. And then that way I'm not commingling it with my personal account, and everything stays in my business account, and I invest in, or I put money into CDs and T-bills. That way it can continue to earn interest That way, at the end of the year, when I have to pay Uncle Sam, I have the money. So you want to make sure you do that. But guys, that is the secret to catching up for retirement, is to start a business. And I recommend a YouTube channel, because you can literally get in front of the camera and just start talking about whatever it is that you enjoy. And if you don't know what to talk about, guys, just start talking, and eventually you'll find out what it is that you want to talk about, what you enjoy talking about, and most of all, what your audience wants to hear from you. So that's the only reason that I recommend starting a YouTube channel, is because with a job, just having a job, even if you have an employee 401k where the employer matches your 401k, I just don't think that that's going to help you catch up completely, especially if you're starting from zero and you started late like me. I think you have to have the advantage of having a business. That way you can save more money, because like I say, guys, I would be nowhere near where I am right now if it hadn't have been for my business. So now let me tell you guys how to get started, because if you come from an employee mindset, you have no clue how to get started. Well, the truth is, just pull out your camera, pick a spot in your phone or your home, maybe get in your car, wherever you want to record, and just hit record and start talking. You're probably going to feel really uncomfortable. You're probably going to feel like you want to delete that. Don't delete it. Just upload it to YouTube. And before you know it, guys, as you continue doing it over and over and over, eventually you're going to get perfect. You're going to feel comfortable in front of the camera, and people are going to start watching you. Because the truth is that the first couple of videos that you put up on the internet, nobody's going to know that you put them up there. It's going to take a little while for you to build your audience. And that's going to give you enough time, if you're consistent, to keep getting in front of the camera. And eventually, before you know it, you feel comfortable. It becomes second nature to you. You have your own little audience. And before you know it, you're earning money without having to create a product. You can actually link some affiliate links down below. People, they start trusting you. They start buying from your affiliate links. You get monetized on YouTube. And before you know it, you have some money coming in from AdSense every month. That's going to help you grow your retirement. That's one of the fastest ways to turbocharge your contribution, your catch-up contributions. And that's the only way they're going to be able to catch up, especially if you're starting late. Guys, the only difference between somebody who starts late and somebody starts early is to catch up for retirement, or to save comfortably, is if you started early and you didn't veer off that track, and you just put money in consistently every pay period, and you start from 19, 20 years old, then you don't have to worry about having huge amounts coming out of your paycheck, because you have the time for that money to grow, for those investments to grow. The difference is that if you're starting from late, and you're late like me, you have to find ways to be able to invest a large amount of money every year. And honestly, I'm investing nowhere near the amounts that I need to be able to invest, but I'm doing pretty well for myself. At least I think so, compared to what I would be doing if I just had a job. So I'm very grateful for where I'm at right now. It's nowhere near where I want to be, but I will take it, and I feel blessed, and I'm so happy. So I don't want to make it seem like I need to do better and I'm unhappy with what I've done, because the truth is I'm very grateful for what I've been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time. I know there's a lot of people who probably can do it a lot faster than me, but I can't compare myself to others, because the minute you start comparing yourself to others is when you failed, because you're going to feel like you're just a failure. You're not doing it fast enough. They're doing it faster. You cannot compare yourself to others. You have to do your own business and mind your own business. So now you're probably wondering, well, I work a full-time job. I don't have the time to do a business. I know it's not fair. I mean, our parents were able to just work a job. They didn't have to worry about doing a business on the side, and they still been able to, most of our parents have been able to retire comfortably. And unfortunately, a lot of things have changed. The price of everything keeps going up. Inflation is so high. Tariffs are coming on. Everything is getting so much more expensive. It's making it harder to be able to sustain our lifestyle with just a job. To make it worse, if you're trying to catch up for retirement and trying to throw a lot of money into your retirement, it is virtually impossible to do it with just a job. But the last thing that you want to do is come home, work on a business, and then go back to work, do household chores. I mean, it seems like a vicious cycle that you're just constantly doing something, never having any downtime. But if you are late to saving for retirement, guys, and you are in the same predicament as I am, unfortunately, you may not have a choice. If you want to be able to retire without having to worry about whether or not you can pay your bills, whether you can buy food, or whether or not you're going to have to work until you're 70 years old. I don't know about you guys, but I've already worked my entire life. The last thing I want to be doing is going into a job at 70 years old. Now, if I'm recording videos at 70, that's fine, guys, but this is not physically demanding. It doesn't require a lot. I get to do it from the comfort of my own home. It is different than having to go work for somebody else who tells you that you can take vacation, tells you that when or not you can actually take time off. I mean, you're at the mercy of somebody when you're going to work all the time. And the last thing you want to do is have to work until you're 70 before you can claim Social Security. And guys, there's no, they may even raise the limits of Social Security by the time we reach it, or we don't even know what Social Security is going to look like because the Doge program is going in there and making a bunch of changes. Who knows what's going to happen? So if you're in a position where you're going to have to rely 100% on Social Security, there's no other choice that you have besides starting a YouTube channel and working on your own business. That way you can take control of your financial future. Because guys, that is what has helped me go from zero to a net worth of over $210,000 right now. So anyway, guys, I hope this showed you and motivated you that regardless of where you're starting from, regardless of why you're in the position that you're in right now for retirement, you can do something about it. But the only way that you're going to be able to turbocharge your investments is to actually start a business. Because the only difference between somebody starting young and somebody starting older and saving for retirement is that the later that you start, the more money you have to put in to be able to catch up. So anyway, guys, the moral of the story is that I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am right now in the net worth if I had only relied on a job. And that's the reason that I continue to show up on this YouTube channel, continue to build my business, because I know the benefits of having a business. I know that without a business, I just won't be able to catch up for retirement. And I want to stress to you guys that I really want to see you guys in a situation to where you're not stressing about money. You can grow old and not worry about anything. I'm not saying we're going to become millionaires, but I want to open your eyes and make you realize that no matter where you are right now, no matter what you're facing, the difficulties that you're facing, the sleepless nights of whether or not you're going to be able to retire, what are you going to do when you get old? I want you to know that it is possible to change your life in just a short amount of time. And guys, if I can do it, and I'm no different than you guys. I'm not smart. I'm not good looking. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of skills. I just am willing to keep going forward no matter what. I don't care what anybody else says. Nobody else is in my shoes. Nobody is walking in your shoes. And I want you to realize that you can do anything you want to do as long as you put your mind to it and you take the action to change something. So if you haven't started a business yet, guys, I'm pleading with you to start a business, especially if you're late to saving for retirement. You want to make sure that you take care of you. Nobody else is going to take care of you. If you grow old and you haven't saved enough money, you think somebody's going to come in there and say, I want to help you out? No, you're going to be on your own, and you can't expect your kids to do it. If you have kids, you can't expect them to take care of you because they have to take care of themselves as well too. So it's up to you to do something different. And guys, starting a YouTube channel is not hard. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. And hopefully this video has encouraged you and motivated you to get started. And if you are late to saving for retirement, don't go online and type in, what do I do if I'm late for saving for retirement? Because that's going to make you even worse, feeling worse, because the first thing you're going to see is that if you're late to saving for retirement, you're screwed. It's too late. It's never too late. And even if you are not able to save $1 million, guys, can you imagine what life's going to be like if you're able to make an extra 10, 15,000 on top of your Social Security, on top of your current savings? That's going to make a huge difference. So guys, I know I've been rambling a lot because I really, and So guys, I know I've been rambling a lot, but I want to make sure that I'm getting this point across to you guys is that you can change your circumstances. And I want you to be able to save money. I want you to be able to grow old without having to worry about how you're going to pay for your rent, how you're going to pay for your food. But it's up to you to make sure that you're taking the action. I've already shared everything with you on how I'm able to turbocharge my catch-up contributions. Now you have to take the action. So let me know down in the comments below, guys, what are you going to do from this moment on to make sure that you start saving for catching up for retirement, that you do everything you possibly can to put yourself in a better financial position when you get older. Let me know in the comments below, guys, and make sure that you give this video a like and comment. It not only helps my channel grow, which is something that I need help with. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel, trying to grow this business and earn money with ads and affiliates, guys, but it also helps spread this message to people like you and I who are late to saving for retirement so that they can make sure that they understand what it takes to catch up for retirement, especially if they are late to saving for retirement like us. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Click on that subscribe button so that you can be notified when I put out a new video. And until next time, guys, I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you take the action of what I'm telling you guys on this video. And also, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy day to watch me. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.